So what happens if you don't hit your client's guarantee? It's a thought that we always have, and we wonder, well, what would happen? And I'll be the first to tell you, I'm not perfect, okay? I'm not perfect. The people I've consulted and coached are not perfect, and sometimes we fumble the bag and we don't hit the guarantee. And so the question is, well, what happens? And as somebody who has been through this process multiple times and knows exactly what to do, I'm going to cover exactly what happens if you don't meet the guarantee, okay? How to handle the situation, and also how to dramatically decrease the amount of times that this happens in the first place. So it was actually about 2 years ago when I had my first altercation with this. This is where I promised a client the world. I promised them every single thing. I'll do this, and this, and this, and this, and this. But what ended up happening is that wasn't as easy as I thought. And come the time that our term came to an end, I didn't actually meet the guarantee that I promised him. And he came to me and said, "Hey, I thought you said you were going to do this, but this happened." And I looked at him. I said, "Man, I'm sorry. I really overestimated what I thought I could do. I poured my heart and soul into this, and I did something called an open door policy." And I said, "Listen, man, I've been trying this, and this, but it didn't work, and so I'm trying this now, and I'd love to keep working for free to try and hit this guarantee that I said I would get for you." And he looked at me and he said, "You know what, Stefan? It's okay. Don't worry about it, man. I seen you working hard. I know that you meant best. I know you meant no harm, and so it's okay, and I'll let you off the hook." And after that, I was like, wow, how lucky and fortunate am I to be in this current situation. However, not many people can have the fortunate situation that I was in, and so I'll share with you exactly what you could do. So first thing is first is, what can you expect, or what can you expect when you don't hit the guarantee of a client? Well, these are some rough numbers I'll kind of throw out, but typically about 20% of people, they won't really care. About 60% of people you're able to collaborate on, okay, and we'll talk about how you can actually collaborate with these people to move forward, and about 20% of them will kind of get angry. And so we'll talk at the end of this video about how to kind of diffuse that situation to make sure that you are protected financially and all these other things, okay? So here's why some people won't care, right? And this is one where, the thing is, the people are humans at the end of the day, right? And so if your client sees you working hard and they see you putting in the work and you're communicating with them and you're very open and honest with them and you're sharing like, "Hey, we're trying this and we're trying that and this hasn't worked, so we're trying this," and they can see that you're putting in the work and you meant well, okay? And you're trying everything to try and get these results for your clients, and they can see it and they can acknowledge that, and they're a decent human being, about 20% of the time, these people won't actually care. Okay, and so we overcomplicate and we get really ahead of ourselves, but some of these people won't truly care. However, that's not the case with everybody, and there is some people that do care. However, if you can kind of talk and weasel your way into it, typically you're able to collaborate with most of the individuals that you don't hit the guarantee on to work out some kind of deal to keep moving forward. So what happens with the people that you can kind of collaborate with is perhaps you don't send them the next invoice, or perhaps you do another month free, or perhaps you cut the fee in half, or perhaps you give them a partial refund, or perhaps there is a variety, a plethora of opportunities that you could use to kind of collaborate with these people so that you can continue working forward. Okay, so like I just mentioned, you can skip the next invoice, you can give them a refund, you can work for free, you could double what you're doing, right? For example, if you have a certain amount of quantity you give them, you could double that or give them more of that. You could strike out some kind of deal where you collaborate with the individual to come to terms on something that you guys can agree on. That would be good. But then lastly, why do some people get angry? Well, there's usually one of two reasons why somebody gets angry, which is number one, you're a moron, okay? And you completely messed up and you fumbled the bag and you absolutely blew yourself out of the water and you did nothing you said you were going to do, right? And rightfully so, those people are going to get very, very angry at you. And the second reason why some people get angry at you is, even though you might have tried, you done something well, and you might have just fallen short, some people are just broken inside, right? And they're hurting, and it's not you, it's a direct reflection of something going on in their personal life, and it's nothing you can actually control, but they unleash this on you because they feel this is the right time, okay? And so there's two different types of angry people we have to deal with, and depending on the current situation that we're in with the certain types, we kind of deal with them differently. And so how we can actually prevent people being angry is what I talked about earlier, which is using the open door policy, which is where you go to them and say, "Hey, Lam, listen, I messed up, dude. I messed up. Okay, I said I was going to give you this, but I only gave you this. Okay, and I tried this and I tried that. I'm gonna be totally honest with you, man. I'm trying this currently to see if I can fix it for you, but I'll be honest with you, man, I messed up." And more often than not, if you can open up with, "Hey man, I messed up," and own up to your faults, own up to your mistakes, and take responsibility, take self-accountability, more often than not, people can reason with you. And while they still may be angry at you, you can reason with them and kind of find yourself weaseling through so you can actually work your way out of a terrible situation. Now, with the other side of things, when people are truly angry and it's a direct reflection of their life, just know that they don't mean it at you, okay? It's not because of you, it's just because of things that are going on in their personal life, and no matter how hard you try, there's nothing you can do about that because people are wired different ways, okay? And so unfortunately, we as humans can't do anything about that. Now, like I said, the last one, which already kind of covered, but is how to collaborate, which is simply the way you think, right? Hop on a call with them, share with them what you've done. Share with them what you're trying. Share with them what worked, what didn't work, and find a middle ground where both of you can agree that, hey, look, listen, I messed up, but we're trying this, this, and this, and we're really confident that this will work moving forward. How would you kind of want to deal with this? Would that be okay if we, skip the next invoice and did this instead? And you can strike a deal that way. So that is what happens if you don't meet your client's guarantee, and also how you can work your way out of a sticky situation. So if you're one of the fortunate individuals who actually happens to have clients, or heck, maybe you even struggle, look down in the description, got something special for you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.